Brooke Megan Greenberg was an American with Syndrome X from Reisterstown, Baltimore County, Maryland, who remained physically and cognitively similar to a toddler, despite her increasing age. She was about 30 inches tall, weighed about 16 pounds, and had an estimated mental age of 9 months to 1 year. Brooke's doctors termed her condition Syndrome X. Birth and early life. Brooke was born on January 8, 1993, to Jewish parents Howard and Melanie Greenberg at Sinai Hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, 1 month before her due date, weighing just 4 pounds. She was born with anterior hip dislocation, a condition that caused her legs to be swiveled upward toward her shoulders. It was corrected surgically. Otherwise, Brooke appeared to be a normal infant. In her first 6 years, she went through a series of unexplained medical emergencies from which she recovered. She had 7 perforated stomach ulcers. She also suffered a seizure. This was followed by what was later diagnosed as a stroke. Weeks later, no damage was detected. At age 5, Brooke had a mass in her brain that caused her to go into a deep sleep for 14 days. The doctors diagnosed the mass as a brain tumor. She later awoke, and physicians found no tumor present. Brooke's pediatrician, Dr. Lawrence Pakula, states that the source of her sudden illness remains a mystery. During an interview on the talk show Katie, her father stated that between the ages of 4 and 5, she stopped growing. Unexplained condition. Over several years, the Greenbergs visited many specialists, looking for an explanation for their daughter's strange condition, yet there was no diagnosis of any known genetic syndrome or chromosomal abnormality. In 2001, when Dateline documented Brooke, she was still the size of a 6-month-old infant, weighing just 13 pounds at 30 inches tall. The family still had no explanation. Brooke's mother Melanie said, the specialists just said she a unregistered trademark LL catch up. Then we went to the nutritionist, the endocrinologist. We tried the growth hormone The growth hormone treatment had no effect. Howard, Brooke's father, said, she did not put on an ounce, or she did not grow an inch. But a unregistered trademark when I knew there was a problem. After the growth hormone administration failed, the doctors, unable to diagnose a known condition, named her condition Syndrome X. The Greenbergs made many visits to nearby Johns Hopkins Children's Center and even took Brooke to New York unregistered trademark Mount Sinai Hospital, searching for information about their daughter unregistered trademark condition. When geneticists sequenced Greenberg's DNA, they found that the genes associated with the premature aging diseases were normal, unlike the mutated versions in patients with Werner syndrome and progeria. Medical studies. In 2006, Richard Walker, Ph.D. in endocrine physiology of the University of South Florida College of Medicine, said that Brooke's body was not developing as a coordinated unit but as independent parts that were out of synchronization. She was never diagnosed with any known genetic disorder or chromosomal abnormality that would help explain why. Her telomeres seemed to be shortening at the normal rate. In 2009, Walker said, there have been very minimal changes in Brooke's brain various parts of her body, rather than all being at the same stage, seem to be disconnected. Walker noted that Brooke's brain, for example, was not much more mature than that of a newborn infant. He estimated her mental age at around 9 months to a year old. Brooke could make gestures and recognize sounds but could not speak. Her bones were like those of a 10-year-old, and she still had her baby teeth, which had an estimated developmental age of about 8 years. Said Walker, we think that Brooke's condition presents us with a unique opportunity to understand the process of aging. Different parts of her body are developing at different rates, as if they were not a unit but parts of separate organisms, Walker explained. Dr. Walker did not say whether the genes responsible for development are the same ones responsible for aging. Death. Brooke Greenberg died on October 24, 2013, at the Herman and Walter Samuelson Children's Hospital at Sinai Medical Center in Baltimore. Her funeral service took place on October 27, 2013, and that same morning, she was buried at Baltimore Hebrew Cemetery, Berryman's Lane, in Reisterstown, Maryland. The cause of her death was bronchiomalacia, a medical condition usually occurring in children, which results in difficulty breathing due to weak cartilage in the walls of the bronchial tubes. Comparable cases, Dr. Walker believed that Brooke Greenberg's condition had resulted from a failure of central control genes. He identified 2 more people with similar developmental issues, Gabrielle Williams of Montana and Nicky Freeman of Australia, a 44-year-old man who looks like a boy. Gabrielle Williams's condition has since been determined to have been the result of a genetic mutation. Nicky Freeman has been diagnosed with deformity of the pituitary gland. Mara Ayordenite do Nascimento, a Brazilian woman who lives in the town of Corsair near Fortaleza in the state of Ceará, Brazil, was once thought to have also been suffering from a condition similar to Greenberg's. She was reportedly born in May 1981 but stopped growing after 9 months. She has been diagnosed with severe hypothyroidism. In May 2015, it was reported that Layla Calls of Oklahoma looks like she is 9 or 10 months old, but is 3 years old. She is among 7 children worldwide with Syndrome X that are being studied by researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles. In their ongoing research they found that the blood of Syndrome X children appears to age normally. Blood tissue from 5 other female Syndrome X cases turned out to be age-appropriate according to a biomarker of aging known as epigenetic clock. The mean epigenetic age of the 5 pure Syndrome X subjects was 6.7 years, which is not significantly different from the mean chronological age of 6.3 years. Notably, the oldest pure Syndrome X case had an epigenetic age of 14.5 years, which was 3.2 years older than her true chronological age. It is not yet known whether the epigenetic age of other tissues is also age-appropriate in these cases. References. External links. A video of perpetual toddler Brooke Greenberg on Fox and Friends in August 2009, The Amazing Girl Who Doesn't Age. On ABC's Good Morning America in August 2009.